Okay, guys, so question number one. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Word. Wow. Okay, some pretty intense stuff here. I want to explain the church's teaching a little bit on what this means. This is at least what I've been taught by a certified Catholic institution. Okay, and this is me doing my best to explain because it's very heavy-hitting stuff, pretty intense theology, but I'm doing my best. So in the beginning was the Word. We talked a little bit already this semester about who the Word is. Okay, the Word, the divine Word, right? The incarnate Word, that is Jesus, right? And I want to explain why we think Jesus is the incarnate Word, where we get that idea from. So, as Christians, as Catholics, we believe God is the creator of the universe, right? The creator of the universe. And we believe that in order to create the universe, right, God basically thinks about himself, right? He expresses himself. So when you think about music or poetry, right, imagine that kind of process. The only way we can kind of wrap our heads around this stuff is by making human metaphors, right? This is the best we can do with the way we think, right? But we believe that God expressed himself and that the universe was created in this way, right? So let's say, for example, you want to communicate something, right? Or you want to give a speech. The first thing you need to do to give the speech, right, is to think about what you need to say, right? So we believe, right, that God thinking about himself, right, is God. God speaking about himself is Jesus. Okay, so that's why we say that Jesus is the incarnate Word. Right? The thought of Jesus, the thought of God himself, right, was always with God from the beginning. And he waited, right, until it was the correct time to speak about himself. That being Jesus. Right? So that's why it says, in the beginning was the Word. Jesus was with God from the beginning, and the Word was with God. And the Word was God. Right? So Jesus and God are inseparable. They are one and the same. Right? So that's what we believe when we say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So what you guys should imagine, right, is a thought inside of God's head, right, being Jesus, right? They're one and the same, and then God speaking that thought is Jesus. So that's some very intense theology, right? But really, it's God essentially, exactly as we've talked about him before, revealing himself to us. Only this time with Jesus, it is through spoken word, that being a physical form of Jesus. Okay, so that is the answer to number one.